The Isdale woman. A burned body, dozens of fake identities, suitcases filled with wigs, and a woman who never officially existed. The discovery. On November 29, 1970, a father and his two daughters were hiking in a remote valley near Bergen. The area was called Isdale, known locally as Death Valley because of past accidents and suicides. There, among the rocks, they found a body. It was badly burned. The woman's upper body had been charred beyond recognition. Around her were strange items. Melted plastic bottles smelling of gasoline. A spoon. Burned clothing. It initially looked like suicide, but then investigators noticed something odd. All labels had been cut from her clothes. Days later, police discovered two suitcases at the Bergen railway station. They belonged to the dead woman. Inside were multiple wigs, several pairs of glasses, makeup, currency from different countries, a coded notebook. The notebook contained entries like 1340, 2403B, 1103C. They were later decoded as travel dates and cities across Europe. She had stayed in hotels across Norway, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, each time using a different name. At least 9 false identities were traced. The autopsy deepened the mystery. She had no fingerprints on file anywhere. Dental work of unusual, possibly expensive origin. High levels of sleeping pills in her system. But the cause of death was unclear. Was she drugged? Was she killed? Or did she stage her own death? Witnesses described her as well-dressed, elegant, speaking multiple languages. Some said she seemed cautious, paranoid, often requesting rooms with balconies. The 1970s were peak Cold War years. Bergen was near sensitive Norwegian military installations. Some witnesses reported seeing her observing naval activity. The wigs, the false names, the coded notes, the removed clothing labels. It all suggested espionage. But no intelligence agency has ever claimed her, and no government has identified her. Before her death, a hotel clerk recalled her reacting strangely to news reports about a rocket test in the area. She abruptly checked out. Another witness said she burned papers in her hotel room sink. She traveled alone, paid in cash, avoided patterns. Then she ended up burned on a hillside in Death Valley. She was buried in Norway in 1971. The funeral was attended by police officers. They placed flowers. No family came forward. Decades later, new forensic testing suggested she may have been from Central Europe, possibly Belgium or France. But still no name. The lingering questions? Who was she? A spy? A courier? A runaway? Why remove all clothing labels? Why carry wigs? Why die in such a dramatic, staged way? Over 50 years later, the Isdale woman remains unidentified. No confirmed name. No confirmed nationality. Just a shadow moving through Europe under borrowed identities. Until she reached a valley called Death and never left. Thanks for watching After Hours Mysteries. Until next time. Thanks.